probably one of the great definitions of the European Enlightenment comes from an American, Benjamin Franklin, noted father of one of the founding fathers of the U.S. You can go through his resume forever. He is a Renaissance man of the Enlightenment age. He was also a great correspondent. He wrote a lot of letters to people. He didn't have a lot of formal schooling, but he read an awful lot. He obviously conducted a lot of famous experiments in science, and he wrote letters to people. He corresponded with a lot of the leading intellects of his age in the U.S. or in America, the colonies, and then the U.S. And in Europe. And he wrote a very famous letter to the English chemist Joseph Priestley, one of the leading intellectual lights of the day. And it's a brief letter, but he offers a very concise and vibrant definition of what the Enlightenment era is. He exchanges some pleasantries, and then he gets down to business and says, "The rapid progress true science now makes occasions my regretting sometimes that I was born so soon. It is impossible to imagine the height to which may be carried in 1,000 years the power of man over matter. We may perhaps learn to deprive large masses of their gravity and give them absolute levity for the sake of easy transport. Agriculture may diminish its labor and double its produce. All diseases may by sure means be prevented or cured, not excepting even that of old age, and our lives lengthened at pleasure, even beyond the antediluvian standard. Oh, that moral science was in as fair a way of improvement that men would cease to be wolves to one another, and that human beings could at length learn what they now improperly call humanity." Wow. So much there. The enthusiasm, the faith in progress, the belief that we are getting better. He says, he's like a little kid saying, "Oh, I'm just so upset that I was born too soon because things are coming so fast. Developments, knowledge, learning, they're coming so fast," and he was regretting that he could never really see it. I mean, he was doing experiments with electricity. What would he think of the electronic age? What would he think of instant communication and that instinct for invention itself? When he says, the power of levity, when he's talking about gravity and the ability to raise things off the ground, and his mind automatically goes to, for problems of transportation. He's talking about flight, for God's sakes. That notion, that mental capacity to imagine not just abstract science, but applied science, to take knowledge and the work that you're doing and to use it to make something, to do something material for this world, to have a benefit for this world. The belief that life gets better if you think about it and find ways to improve it. Look around the world you see. Apply what you know. Test what you see, both against what you know and what you can develop from that knowledge, and try to make life better. The hopefulness of that, the optimism of that, the childlike excitement of that comes through. And this is the Enlightenment era. This is the belief that if you only use your reason, life can be better. It can be better through your action. You're not dependent on the gods to make life better. The spiritual realm is just that. It's a different place. This is the deism of a clockmaker god who set all the works of nature in motion and then had other things to do and so walked away. And it's our job to not rely on God anymore, but to look around, understand the laws of physics as they are, the laws of nature as they are, to learn about them and use them to make life better. That's the Enlightenment.